For years, this tower was considered dead. An abandoned.
Yeah, they stopped it. Oh, but I forgot to tell you. I think they stopped it like for 5 years or like 2 years. So like they stopped working until this part right here or maybe here. I'm not really sure. They stopped for like 5 years and then they came back like at 2025 if I'm not mistaken.
Mega project. Hundreds of millions of dollars frozen in the desert.
I don't know why they stopped
And
it.
yet,
I looking
against
for
all
God.
expectations, something happened.
The Jeddah Tower, or the Kingdom Tower, it is designed to be the first building that is 1 kilometer.
In late
Yo,
December
1 kilometer is a
2025,
lot.
The Jeddah Tower quietly crossed a critical threshold. 80 floors completed. But what really shocked the construction world wasn't the
Wait,
number of
so that's right here. So we just saw right now here is 80 floors? No way.
floors. It was the
Is this 80?
pace. Today, a new floor rises every 3 days. If this pace holds, it could hit 1 kilometer by 2028, becoming the tallest structure ever built by humans. So the real
1008
question is
meters.
simple. Is this the greatest construction comeback ever, or the setup for another collapse? Today,
Nah, I don't
we're
think it's
going
gonna
to break
collapse.
down
I don't think
exactly
it's gonna
how
be a
this
fail.
project came
Do you think
back
it's gonna
from
be a fail? Yes or no?
the brink of collapse? What engineering challenges have already been solved, and what could still derail one of the most ambitious construction projects in history? Because after a 7-year shutdown, restarting
7 years? I thought it was like 3, 5 years. God damn.
structure of this scale is
Yo.
something that has never been done before.
Yo, why did they stop it? I hope that he says the reason why they stopped it.
The Jeddah Tower isn't just a tall building in the desert. It's supposed to be the centerpiece of something much bigger. A $20 billion project
20
in
billion?
Jeddah economic
Whoa.
city, stretching along the Red Sea coast, filled with business districts, luxury residences, and tourist attractions. The entire
So you think it will compete with Dubai? Yes or no?
development is planned to cover 5.2
Until now, I
million
don't know. We
square
still didn't see
meters. The goal,
anything.
create a brand new
But maybe
urban
if they,
hub,
if
attracting
it goes as planned, maybe they will compete with Dubai.
international investors, diversifying the local economy, and eventually easing congestion in Jeddah's packed city centre. The idea of the Jeddah Tower was first mentioned in 2008. At a time when
8?
Saudi
God damn. So they
Arabia
had,
wanted a
bro.
world
That was the year that I was born in. So they had the plans to do the tallest building in the world back in 2008.
class.
Why am I just knowing about it like 2 years ago?
Wasn't just about height. From the very beginning, the ambition was huge. This building had to symbolize Saudi Arabia's economic, technological, and cultural ambitions for decades to come. And the choice of Jeddah wasn't random.
Why?
Located on the Red Sea coast, it's both the
Bro,
gateway
why
to
did they put it at the kingdom? It would be much
Mecca
better.
and a major port connecting Africa, Asia, and
Oh,
Europe.
they're
Building
smart.
The tallest tower on Earth here sends a very clear message. Saudi
Ooh,
Arabia
they're
is serious
smart,
about
low-key.
being a global player in innovation.
They're low-key
luxury
smart with
tourism,
that.
and global trade. But even with vision, ambition, and money, turning this dream into reality would require solving engineering challenges never attempted at this scale before. And right from the start, the tower was designed to break records. Not just in height, but in engineering. The architects, Adrian Smith and Gordon Gill. The Chicago
Wait, so there's only 2 architects for the entire tower? Wait, is this normal or am I tripping? Aren't there supposed to be more?
the Burj Khalifa.
Oh,
In
damn.
2010, they designed the tower to reach at least 1,007 meters. But breaking the 1 kilometer barrier isn't just an architectural
Yo, it's a
milestone.
helicopter pad right here. Is it a helicopter or for the plane? I don't know.
It's an engineering problem no one has ever fully solved before. When the Saudi bin Laden group officially returned to the site in January 2025 under a contract worth $2 billion,
Damn.
they knew exactly what they were facing.
Damn, they be putting money.
Restarting a project after 7 years of inactivity isn't hard enough. Doing it at this scale, that's a nightmare waiting to happen. The first challenge? Concrete. Not just any concrete. The kind that can support a 1 kilometer tower. Every cubic meter has to withstand forces that would crush ordinary buildings. During the ceremony marking the restart of construction, the group stated that the project now relies on cutting-edge technologies capable of producing high-performance concrete at levels never achieved.
Yo, bro, imagine if it just fails. I'm not even joking. Imagine if it just fails. No, that would be so sad for them.
According to Thornton Thomas,
Because imagine telling everybody that you're building the tallest building in the world. And you're, boom, it completely fails.
the structural engineering firm in charge, over 50% of the concrete work is already done. That's 250.
Oh, 50, damn, okay.
Of concrete
That's a
poured,
lot.
Enough to push the tower past 300 meters. But here's where things get tricky. Getting concrete higher than 500 meters isn't just difficult. It's a logistics puzzle that could kill the schedule. The most advanced concrete pumps in the world work at around 150 bars of pressure, pushing concrete up to 500 meters under ideal conditions. There's a world record, 621 meters, set in 2015.
Wait,
but
so the record is 650. Wait, so how will they get it to 1008?
beyond that,
Yo, wait, I'm actually thinking about it right now. How will they get it up there?
in concrete becomes far more complex and much slower. At that point, engineers have to use cranes and suspended buckets, a method way slower and more complicated. Every extra floor risks delays, costs, and safety hazards. At this scale, even small delays translate into tens of millions of dollars. That's why, for the top of the Jeddah Tower, a radical decision was made: steel instead of concrete. Switching to steel
Why?
for the upper levels bypasses
Bro, where's my
the
phone?
pumping problem entirely and speeds up construction at extreme heights. It's the same trick used on most skyscrapers over 600 meters. Even the Burj Khalifa employed this strategy. Just like the Burj Khalifa, the top of the Jeddah Tower won't even be occupied. This section, called the Spire, stretches about 350
What's gonna be
meters
there
in
at the
sky,
top?
mostly housing technical equipment. It's also designed to be spectacular, a symbol. A
Bro, you know
statement.
what they have to do at the top, this Pride or whatever it's called? They have to do it just like Burj Khalifa. Like, you can get up there. Like, for example, when Mr. Beast got up there, you can go at the top. You know what I mean? Same thing Will Smith did. Who else also went there? I was gonna say Tom Brady. Who's the guy who went there? I forgot.
Crossing the 1 kilometer mark and claiming the crown as the tallest building on Earth. To achieve this, the project needs around 80,000 tons of steel. Think about it. That's like stacking 10 Eiffel Towers on top of each other.
Damn.
And the pace, mind-blowing. The construction team adds a new floor every 3 to 4 days. That's fast, really fast. According to Thornton Tomasetti's update on January the 6th, 2026, if this rhythm continues, the 100th floor will be complete by February. Every
Whoa!
test so far, from wind tunnel simulations
Yo!
to stress tests on the structural core, shows the tower performing exactly as expected. In this update, the American firm notes that the project made significant progress in 2025, and that the team is now combining cutting-edge technical innovation.
Yo, so wait, are they okay, how many? Okay, so if they're gonna finish 100 floors, it's already like March right now. So if they finish 100 floors in February, okay, how many floors in total is it gonna be?
with advanced computer
That's the
modeling
question.
to ensure the tower can withstand wind forces at 1,000 meters above ground. At these heights, wind isn't just a factor. It becomes a force of nature, powerful enough to push a building sideways by meters. To put things into perspective, a 500-meter skyscraper must resist wind forces up to 60 times greater than a conventional 60-meter building. Now imagine doubling that
60
height.
times? Yo, that's gonna be like over 200 times? Am I right?
At the scale of the Jeddah Tower, engineering constraints enter completely uncharted territory. Simulations show that during strong winds, the very top of the tower could sway as much as 2 meters.
No
while
way.
The highest occupied floor
Now that's
sways
actually so scary.
slowly
Imagine being at the top right there, this way. Yo, imagine just being at this way and left to right while the wind is hitting.
up to 1.2 meters.
Now that's actually a bit
Those
scary.
numbers sound extreme, almost unsettling. But for a structure of this size, they're not only acceptable, they're expected. These movements aren't signs of weakness, they're signs of control. The tower isn't
What?
fighting the wind, it's absorbing its energy,
There's no what?
bending just enough to prevent damage. And the key to that control starts with the shape itself. The Jeddah
How is
Tower's
it- wait.
ground footprint, often described as a 3-petal form, was never about aesthetics. It's an aerodynamic solution engineered to disrupt wind vortices before they can build up and amplify the sway. As skyscrapers grow taller and heavier, they face 2 relentless enemies:
What?
their own colossal weight and the horizontal forces of the
And
wind.
wind, yep.
At 1,000 meters tall and weighing an estimated 900,000 tons, the Jeddah Tower demands a structure perfectly tuned to this extreme scale. But the stability of a giant like this doesn't begin in the sky. It starts underground. Before the first floor ever rose above the desert, engineers had to solve a brutal problem.
What?
How do you anchor 900,000 tons of concrete and steel into soft, coastal soil. Because beneath the Jeddah Tower lies
It's
not
sand.
bedrock,
Yeah.
but layers of sand,
Sand, yeah.
and limestone. Materials
Yeah, that's
that
actually a
shift,
challenge.
compress and crack under pressure. The solution was to go deeper. The tower rests on more than 270 massive piles, driven up to 110 meters into the ground in places, reaching stable geological layers far below the surface. It pushes foundation engineering to extreme limits.
Yo, how is this even scientifically possible for them to even find out?
By comparison,
I'm not trying to
Burj
be
Khalifa's
dumb, but I swear.
foundations rely on piles approximately 50 meters deep.
Whoa.
These piles are tied together by a gigantic reinforced concrete slab nearly 5 meters thick. On top of that, the Red Sea's proximity introduces another enemy, saltwater corrosion. To fight it, engineers used high-performance concrete mixers and specialized steel reinforcements.
Yo, that looks
designed to
satisfying.
withstand decades of salinity, humidity, and extreme temperatures. Every stage of the foundation was monitored in real time. Continuous inspections and sensors embedded deep underground tracked how the soil moved and how the concrete behaved. At this level of complexity, there's no room for approximation, because the Jeddah Tower isn't designed for years. It's designed for decades. Restarting a
Ooh.
construction site is hard. Restarting the tallest building ever attempted after 7 years of inactivity is something else entirely. When crews returned in early 2025, they weren't coming back to an empty site. They were returning to a tower already hundreds of meters tall, exposed for years to heat,
Aura.
humidity, strong winds, and the harsh coastal climate of the Red Sea. Before adding a single new
Whoa, whoa. Imagine if this falls down. God damn. Imagine how much damage will it cause.
engineers had to answer one critical question. Was everything still safe?
Media reports say the Saudi government is taking managerial control of the Saudi bin Laden Group, Saudi Arabia's biggest construction firm.
Construction had been halted in 2018, after the tower had already begun rising above ground. The pause was caused by financial difficulties, internal tensions with the Saudi bin Laden Group, and a complex political context in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, dozens of princes and government officials have been detained in a high-profile corruption crackdown.
The unfinished tower became a symbol of a project seen as too ambitious, or even impossible to complete. Many believed the Jeddah Tower would never be finished. But in late 2024, everything changed.
2024, not
The project
2025.
was
I'm sorry, guys.
officially relaunched, with a new contractual framework, clearer financial backing, and strong political support to see it completed. When teams returned in January 2025, the challenge was enormous. The site had to be reactivated, existing structures inspected, technical standards.
Yo, I feel like working there is actually fun. I'm not even joking. I feel like it's fun more than being scary.
Logistics rebuilt. Extensive audits were carried out to ensure the concrete, steel reinforcement, and foundations had not deteriorated after years of exposure to time and climate. Only then could large-scale construction safely resume. Once it did, the ramp-up was rapid.
Whoa.
Today, the Jeddah Tower is once again a credible and closely watched project. A site that nearly vanished, now moving forward at full
Bro, it
speed.
looks so good.
Once construction was fully back on track, a new challenge took over.
What?
Coordination. Because building the tallest tower in the world isn't just an engineering problem, it's a logistics problem. And logistics at this scale directly mean cost control, deadlines, and political credibility.
Do they have a deadline? I'm not even joking. Why would they even have a deadline? Like, just freestyle and go until you finish it. Just don't try to rush. Don't try to rush it, because I feel like if you try to rush it, it's gonna turn like not really stable or something like that.
Decisions have
I'm
to
not
be
an engineer.
right
I can't really say shit. They know better than me.
for the right teams. Since March 2025, overall project management has been handled by Turner Construction. The company, known for its work on major international megaprojects, has described the Jeddah Tower site as one of the most complex construction environments in the world.
Whoa,
It
whoa, that's
requires
scary.
precise
Oh my god,
coordination
oh my
between
god, that's so
the
scary.
tower's construction
No, it looks
and
fun.
surrounding
Not scary. I'm not
infrastructure
even
in
lie.
Atlantic City. A single coordination failure can cause delays, cost overruns, or even safety risks for workers on site.
Ooh,
And there's another pressure point: speed. With a new floor added every
Speed or Mr. Beast.
3
I'm sorry.
to 4 days, every trade must operate in a precisely controlled sequence without ever slowing the overall pace. There is no room for bottlenecks. To manage this,
Yo, is the crane freestyle? Like, what do you think is gonna be the? Okay, now.
The site relies on advanced digital planning tools, combining 3D modeling, logistic simulations, and real-time.
Do you guys think that you can do a crane shot right here? I'm not even joking. Do you guys think that it's possible to do a crane shot right here? Nah, it's a bit hard. But Adept can do it. Adept can do it. Never fake the trick shot.
The goal is simple. Identify problems before they appear on site. At this scale, success doesn't depend on a single breakthrough. It depends on perfect coordination, day after day, floor after floor. At 1 kilometer above the ground, stairs are not an option. Without elevators, the Jeddah Tower would be impossible to live in. And designing elevators for a building this tall may be one of the hardest engineering problems of the entire project.
Ooh.
Because moving people vertically over 168 floors isn't just about speed, it's about safety, comfort.
Yo, it would be so, like, it would be so fast. I can't even imagine, like, what's my bit rate, like, if I'm gonna go stream there, what the bit rate is gonna be there, bro? Will my stream be laggy? I'm not even joking.
Reliability. To solve this challenge, the project turns to Kone, a Finnish elevator specialist. In total, 59 elevators will be installed inside the tower,
Whoa, damn.
including 5 double-deck elevators capable of carrying 2 groups of passengers at the same time. But the system doesn't work like a typical skyscraper. No elevator runs directly from the ground floor to the top. Instead, the tower is organized around 3 major transfer lobbies. Passengers first take an express elevator to one of these sky lobbies, then switch to another elevator, serving a different zone of the building. This approach avoids the need for extremely long cables. Throughout the tower, technical floors and refuge areas are integrated for fire safety.
I still, until they don't understand how is elevators even done. Because they look humanly impossible to do.
For Kone,
I'm sure sometimes I feel like I'm dumb for just like to be in this generation. I'm not even joking.
Traditional steel cables, ultra rope is made from carbon fiber. It's lighter, stronger, and far more durable. This reduces the weight of the elevator system, improves energy efficiency, and increases service life. Thanks to this technology, each elevator can carry up to 26 people, or about 2 tons per trip, double that in the double-deck models. In terms of speed, the elevators will exceed 10 meters per hour, or more than 36 kilometers per hour. Fast, but intentionally controlled. While some towers, like the Shanghai Tower, reach speeds close to 20 meters per second, Kone chose a different balance. Higher speeds can reduce comfort, especially over long vertical journeys. According to Kone, around 36 kilometers per hour is the optimal speed to minimize discomfort from acceleration and deceleration. Without this
That's fast.
system,
if you
the
think
Jeddah
about
Tower
it.
wouldn't be a skyscraper. It wouldn't even be usable. It would simply be the tallest empty structure ever built. Once completed,
Yeah, it has to
the
be
tower
also
will function as a
usable.
vertical city. The tower will house office spaces, more than 400 apartments and luxury residences, as well as a 5-star hotel with nearly 200 rooms. The tower will also include fine dining restaurants, a spa, fitness centers, swimming pools, and a wide range of amenities designed to make the building fully livable. But the most spectacular feature sits far above everything else.
What?
At 630 meters above the ground, the Jeddah Tower will feature a cantilevered observation.
Ooh, that's what I want to hear
Once
about.
completed, it will become the highest observation deck in the world.
Whoa.
From this platform,
So they're breaking 2
visitors will be
records.
able to see the Red Sea, the desert, and the entire city of Jeddah, stretching to the horizon. Not for those prone to
Wait, how? Okay, how would I stand there? Isn't the wind gonna be so hard and it's gonna just push me up? Like, it's just gonna push me out of the deck? Yeah, just say that I'm fat, guys. Come on.
If the current schedule holds, the Jeddah Tower is expected to
I'm
be
fat, it's
completed
probably
by
not gonna.
August
2028.
Standing at least 173 meters taller than the Burj Khalifa, it will become the tallest structure ever built. But it won't just be a record. The tower will also be a physical symbol of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 and its ambition to reshape its future.
Can't wait,
with
bro.
oil.
Can't wait. I can't
But
wait.
this won't end the race to the sky. Even taller projects are already being discussed. One of them is the proposed Rise Tower in Riyadh, a skyscraper estimated at $5.3 billion, designed to reach an almost unimaginable
I already know about
height of
this
10
one.
kilometers.
Damn.
For now, though, all eyes remain on Jeddah, because right now, along the Red Sea coast, one of the most expensive and ambitious construction bets in modern history is being built, 1 floor every 3 days.
Damn.
The tower is climbing fast, but will this pace hold? Will August 2028 really be the finish line? If there are no more interruptions, and that's a big if, it's entirely possible. And I'll be following this project very closely. So if you want to stay up to date on the most...
Yo, I low-key believe they can do it before 2028. Before August 2028. I'm not even joking, bro. I feel like, bro, it is... I wouldn't say it's easy to do, but I feel like they can do it for sure. And they have bigger projects, bro.